You look like a hammerhead shark. Did you actually genuinely just fall asleep then, Jack?
It's very good. It's very cosy. Yeah, it is. It's a nice look. I'm gonna go to disco like that.
You go to a disco.
Yeah. That's what I call it, isn't it?
Let's get my final guest out. She is, of course, the star of the Harry Potter movies, but now she's moving on to a whole new career. It's the wonderful Emma Watson. Lovely to see you again. Come on, sit down. That's a wonderful outfit. Is that leather, that dress?
It is leather.
Wow, it's a purple leather dress.
It's a purple leather dress with slits.
Well, congratulations. Last time we met, you were just finishing up the Harry Potter movies.
I was.
That was just coming to an end. And I got the feeling that you were a little relieved, but at the same time, obviously dealing with, you know, something very big ending in your life. How did that feel straight afterwards? How did you process that, kind of moving on for something that crucial to you?
Gosh, I guess it just took time, and I am still very much in touch with everyone that I worked with.
Everyone really genuinely got on well, didn't they, on this?
They did, and those people are very much still a part of my life now, even though we aren't working together, so I think that really helped.
I spoke to my son earlier, and I said, we've got Emma Watson on the show, and him and his friends are all very excited. I said, what question should I ask? I said, ask her if she ever got off with any of the boys on Harry Potter.
Ever got off?
That's
Wow.
what the kids want to know.
Whew.
Did you ever get off? I don't know, get off doesn't mean necessarily get off. You know what I'm saying? It means maybe, was there any kind of romance?
I've got to be honest, honestly, the whole 10-year period, I never so much as pecked either one of them on the cheek. Oh. It was pure friendship all the way from the beginning.
So it was just friendship, really? You were like brothers and sisters? What about Draco? What about Tom, who played Draco? There was something going on there, wasn't there? That's what I heard.
How do you know this?
I heard this.
You've done your research. Yes, age sort of like between sort of the ages of 10 and 12, I had a really terrible crush on Tom Felton.
But you know why? Because girls love a bad guy.
We love a bad guy, and he was a few years older, and he had a skateboard.
Wow.
And that just did it, really.
Well, you had me with skateboard.
I know.
Did he bring the skateboard in?
Oh, yeah. He used to, like, do tricks on it, and he used to, like... He was so cool.
Oh. Yeah. And did he know you had a crush on him?
He totally knew. And the thing is that he'd tell everyone, he's like, oh, I see her in, like, a younger, sisterly way. Oh. And it just broke my heart. Oh. It still does.
That bastard. I always knew Malfoy was an evil little piece of work, and he broke her mind, his heart.
He really did. It was gutting, really.
You know, the weirdest thing, I suppose, it must be strange for you, but it's strange for all of us to have seen you grow up and be part of our lives. From how old were you when you started the films?
I just turned 10.
Just turned 10?
Yeah. 10
until you become a young woman, and they become young guys. And if you look at the differences, I mean, we have you here now, but you look, that's when you first started. And then we have Dan when he started. Look at Dan. I mean, I think Dan maybe changed the most. Maybe not, because that's Dan then. Look at Dan now, and you can still see it's clearly him. But look, he's turned into a handsome leading man. And then we have Rupert. Look at Rupert. And look at Rupert now. He looks so different. It's like, I mean, it really is... I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's a choice, I suppose. I guess you're keen to be moving on from this period, but I guess people who are watching the films now, and those films, they're classics. I mean, they're incredible films. I might quiz you on a couple in a minute.
Oh, no.
But before we do, it was kind of weird, because I mean, I like all the movies, but I love the Triwizard Tournament. Was that Goblet of Fire?
That was Goblet of Fire.
And that was the film, and it seems bizarre now, that Robert Pattinson was in.
Yes.
I've heard rumours that he might be appearing as Christian Grey in the Shades of Grey.
Oh, really?
And that's one of the things I heard. And I read somewhere that you would consider playing Anastasia.
I haven't been sent a script or any form of "Are you interested?" from any film people.
I don't think they've got to that stage yet, though, so I wouldn't count yourself out just because of that. I mean, if they offered it to you... I mean, have you read the books?
No, I haven't, but...
What? I bet you have.
No. It's so funny. I was literally just having this conversation 5 minutes ago. I was like, can someone just tell me what happens? Because I don't understand what all of the fuss is about. And now she gave me a short synopsis.
Who did?
My makeup artist.
Okay.
And
she looks the sort. I saw her. She looks the sort. Jack, you must have read it.
I think I've gone nowhere near it. I feel sorry for people who have to go to that much trouble to get their rocks off, frankly.
You really are a little ray of sunshine, aren't you? Gwen, have you flicked through them?
I have not, no.
Yeah, I bet you have. Dynamo.
I've not read them.
He's read page 228. There's enough for him.
How is it for you being a grown-up young woman now with the fact that you were a child star? Because often people wonder about whether that's an easy transition to make.
You want to know if I'm f***ed up?
I don't think you are, but no, I just wonder whether you have to deal with other people's perceptions of you based on you being a child. And obviously you like doing it as a kid, but to an extent, I guess, the decision's made by other people as well.
Yes.
You know, your parents have to be happy that you're doing it to enable you to do it and so on. And so I guess there must have been a time as an adult where you thought, OK, that indeed is what I want to carry on doing. Would there have been a particular time when that clicked into place?
Well, I took a year or two off to go to university, and I got sent the script for this film called The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Which is the new movie, which is down there.
One I've just...
And it was quite a famous book. I mean, it was a very well thought of book, wasn't it?
Yes. I didn't know this at the time, but, I mean, practically all my friends at college had read it, and there's kind of this very intense cult following for the people who really love it. Anyway, so I got sent the script, and I was really intrigued by it because it felt incredibly honest and sort of like the only thing I'd read that actually felt like it had anything to do with my own adolescent experience and the experience that I know a lot of my friends had. And so I said I would meet with Stephen, who wrote the book and who also directed it. And it's really funny because I didn't really know if I believed in myself yet as an actress outside of the role of Hermione, which I knew I could do, and I did for a long time. But I didn't really know if I had other people in me or not. So I just sort of like needed someone to sort of come along and be like, no, you can do this. You
can do this.
And that was Steve.
Well, you can do it, and it's
yeah, it turns out that I can, which is great.
That's a lovely. I don't think anyone doubted that.
Yeah, well, thank you. And it was nice to do something really different. I did an American accent.
Well, it's very different because it's also kind of low budget, it's small, it's very personal, and it's very much about kind of complex, you know, human problems and emotions, of course. Let's have a look. This is the clip now. Have a look. This is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It opens on the 3rd of October here, and you'll see Emma in a very different light. Look at this.
What is she doing? Don't worry, she does it all the time.
Turn it up!
You got it, Your Highness.
Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
What? I feel infinite.
Emma Watson in The Perks of Being a Wallflower. We're going to take a break. Stick around, Emma. I'd like to chat to you a little bit more after this, but we have Emma and also music from No Doubt after the break. Don't go away. Welcome back. I'm still here with the lovely Emma Watson. Are you filming at the moment in Iceland? Is that where you've come back from?
I just came back from Reykjavik.
So you're filming in Reykjavik. This is with Russell Crowe.
It is
you just
indeed.
mentioned. How are you getting on with Russell?
He's great. He's super, super great. I was super intimidated at first, but he's kind of a big teddy bear. He's like, nice.
And how do you, I guess, is there a lot to do in Iceland in the evenings, in Reykjavik, or is it...
Beautiful, beautiful landscapes and, like, amazing place to be, and I'm so glad that I went. But after, like, the second week in, Ross was like, what are you doing this afternoon? I was like, nothing, really. And he said, well, what you should do is come to the gym with me. And I was like, okay. And with like 10 minutes in, he's got me like bench pressing stuff, and it was awful. And I was trying really hard to be like, I was like, yeah, I can do this. I can bench press. And I thought I was going to strangle myself, because when the weight comes down like this and you're like trapped behind it, and I just felt like the girliest, weediest, most pathetic.
This is Russell. He sees you as a bit of a project, does he? He wants to bulk you up, or what is he trying to do here?
I think he thinks it's important to be fit and be healthy and stuff. And so he wanted to share.
But I've met Russell many times, and I like Russell quite a lot, but he swings between being very, very fit and being very fat. I mean, he goes between, as most men do, he goes between the two extremes.
I don't know. I think he does that for his parts. I think he takes it quite seriously that physically you should get into character for your part.
He's a method kind of guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
okay.
serious.
You mentioned earlier, and you said you loved the books and you knew a lot about Harry Potter. Okay. I wanted to test your knowledge.
I did because I know that you're about to put me through my paces.
You should know a lot. You were in the films. You should still know a lot about the Harry Potter experience. Okay, here we go. I've got some quiz questions for you based on Harry Potter. This is Quizzitch, okay? And we're going to see how much you can remember, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to play Quizzitch. Quizzitch. Question 1.
Okay.
Who played the character of Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter... OK. Question 2. In the sport of Quidditch, how many points is a golden snitch worth?
150.
Correct. On which platform at King's Cross Station do students board the Hogwarts Express?
9 3/4.
That's an easy one. What is the name of the snake language spoken by Lord Voldemort in Harry Potter?
Hang on a minute. That's not helpful, Jonathan. Nagini speaks it, Voldemort speaks it. Oh my... Parseltongue.
Parseltongue. The spell Lumos makes a wand light up. What spell makes it go dark again?
Lumos.
Were you in the films? I'm beginning to... Nox. I never heard anyone say that in the film, though. What's the name of Neville Longbottom's father?
You've got to be joking. This is so unfair.
I'll ask you one more.
It's the pressure. It's the blue light. I can't...
Yeah?
Too much.
What was the name of the three-headed dog that guarded the trap door leading to the Philosopher's Stone?
Fluffy.
Fluffy! There you go. You did really well. That was perhaps unkind. It's a thrill to have you on the show because you've grown up... It might have been difficult circumstances for some, but you've grown up in the public eye, and that can't be easy. And you've turned into such a smart and capable and beautiful young woman. Isn't she, ladies and gentlemen? Just such a joy to have you here. And you played along with everything here, so thank you so much. But I still find it so strange, because I remember I was doing various film-related things, and I think I interviewed you and the other guys for every press junket.
Yeah, you did.
And I don't have a clip of me interviewing you on this one, but I just thought, just amazed. This is, I think, the very first press junket.
Oh, no!
That you and Daniel and Rupert did, and it's just so cute, it's so sweet, so I'm going to inflict this one last thing on you before we let you go.
Horrible.
Have a look at... No, you'll love it. Look at this.
Well, so far it's sort of turned things upside down. I don't know, I've never had anything happen to me like this before. I've never done anything. And it's just going to be so amazing to see how things are done.
Hadn't done a day's filming yet, had you? That's so sweet.
I haven't done anything. I'd never acted before, and now I have.
And look at you
So
now.
that's
You've
good.
been in the most successful movie franchise of all time, and you're now making grown-up movies and doing
Yes,
great in them as well.
thank
It's
you.
lovely to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in saying thank you to the fabulous Emma Watson? Thank you so much. And thank you for playing along. You did well at Quizzitch. You did great. Thanks to Emma, of course. Thanks also to Jack.